God's beat maker.
And I don't know. I will put a light in the sky for the G's that done turn memory from go. Blessings we send to the ghetto youth.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is the JR Wisdom channel. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And if this is your first time checking out one of my videos, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button along with the bell. That way you receive all the notifications for all of my future videos. With that being said, let's get right into it. So today I'm going to be doing a little commentary on this situation here with this young lady that's on the Kevin Samuels show. And he's basically going over a few things with her and, you know, interviewing her. And basically she's talking about having a child out of wedlock. And there's a few things I'm going to touch on as well that he's discussing that is a common thing that women, you know, their common rebuttal or the reason why certain things are the way they are. And then when you repeat it, it's kind of like it makes sense. So in this case, you know, as usual, this is one of those things that's happening where she's like, I'm looking for a husband. And Kevin's is like, no, you're looking for a stepdaddy. She's like, no, I'm looking for a husband. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. Let's see what's going on here.
Married, single or not?
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah?
Definitely, yes.
You have any children?
I do. I have a son.
Okay, how old is he?
10.
Okay, how long were you with the child's father?
I was with him for 6 years.
Are you divorced?
No, we never got married.
Any reason why?
It just it wasn't a healthy relationship.
Oh, another toxic relationship.
It was. I got in it when I was young. I know, right? It's like status quo. But I got into it when I was younger. Because I had my son at 26. He and I got together when I was 23.
I'm shaking my head because I need you ladies to understand how full of shit y'all sound when y'all come in saying toxic relationships.
No,
listen.
Okay.
Y'all all sound full of shit to us when you come in talking about a toxic relationship that you were in for multiple years.
I agree. I understand. I get it.
So it wasn't a good situation. Then
right.
Why did you make a baby?
Because, to be honest, when you're young...
Because you were having unprotected sex. You weren't young.
Right.
You were 26.
When I got pregnant, correct.
You weren't young.
Which I understand. I'm not disagreeing with...
So what I'm saying is... Why?
So then why do it, right?
Did you read? Did you listen to what I just read about the woman who was a single mother? Mm-hmm.
I did. So
that's you.
Not every situation is different.
This is what they want to. This is what they want to believe. That yes, that's for them, but I'm special. No, you're not. Men on the open market find out you have a baby and they just say she's fucking, that she's having sex.
Facts. So this is something where a lot of these women that come on the show, they're like, I'm holding on to it. I'm holding out to it. Kevin said, you better be giving that shit up. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and it's not the case what she's getting at, but at the end of the day, women, whether you are with the guy or you choose to marry him or you don't choose to marry him, it's a choice that you're having a child and you get pregnant at the end of the day by him. So same thing when you give a guy your number, when you legitimately give a guy your number, when he asks you for your number, you see a future with this dude eventually somewhere down the line. You know, for those of you who are seriously giving a guy your number with intentions that he's going to contact you. So
men look at you as men look at single mothers as sexual options first. And I don't care.
Low-hanging fruit.
I don't care if you like it. That's the truth.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So that's the point. So I'm saying this for you and for all the other women.
Yeah.
If you choose to make babies before you get married, then you decide. That was a choice you made.
Right.
So you've decided to do it. You were having unprotected sex. You knew what you were doing.
Right.
Y'all could have went to the justice of peace at any time in those 6 years, but you chose not to. But why did you choose not to?
Because it was mentally emotionally, and I mean, it was a bad situation. I got into the relationship looking for nothing, to be honest, right? Like how you said before, when people, you don't know, you're not looking for a husband, right? So I was just like out there free willy nilly it. I wasn't looking for anybody. So now that once I decided to.
But you decided to lay down with him for the next 6 years. You was out doing your thing, which is perfectly fine, but you eventually, knowing you're having unprotected sex, there's a possibility that you would get pregnant. Don't think that. Same thing with you ladies. You're having sex, there's a possibility you're going to get pregnant, whether this dude's a bum, a Pookie and Ray Ray, you're supporting him, whatever. You're conscious of that, and you decide to go through with the pregnancy as well.
I believe the situation was because I knew exactly the why, right?
No, it makes no sense to me as a man. But you just decided to see all this would have been all right as long as you didn't get pregnant.
Right.
Which I agree.
Right.
I'm not saying that I don't agree.
But I need you to understand that I was just out here. Do you think that makes it even worse? Because you knew you weren't looking for anything serious. Then why'd you allow yourself to get pregnant and bring a kid into this? Because it's germane to your why is this important? Because you're not looking for a husband. You're looking for a stepfather.
At this point, I'm
look at her face.
Husband. So I am.
Do you have custody of your child?
I do.
Then, ma'am, you're looking for a step.
Of course, right. Of course.
It's not at this point. No. That's no.
It is both. I am looking for a stepfather. Mm-hmm.
It's a stepfather.
Correct.
First, that's what he would be.
That's what he'll be. Off top.
See, that's what I mean. Ladies, y'all just play slick and loose. Y'all don't understand that when a man sees you with a kid, he recognizes that that's a package deal. And I got to take care. In the animal kingdom, what happens when the male
it's a package deal, and like you have women now that'll advertise it like it's like this is like the best deal. I'm offering a come up for this guy, whoever ends up with me and my 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. This is a steal. You can't get this anywhere else. And you're taking care of another man's kids at the end of the day.
Of the species takes over a female with cubs with offspring from another man. What happens to those offspring?
I don't really know. I don't know animals. Either they have to go under the ruling of the guy,
the ruling.
They have to get tossed into the wilderness. I don't really know. I have no clue.
What do you think?
Look at his face.
They probably get tossed to the wilderness.
What's tossed into the wilderness?
That man doesn't take the cubs as
so tossed into the wilderness means what? The outcome is what?
It ain't good.
I'm not really sure.
Think about it. You're an intelligent woman.
Right.
I'm going to say tossed into the wilderness. You toss a child out into the wilderness, a cub into the wilderness. What happens to it?
To the cub, then
yes,
it's on its own. Okay, it's just on its own.
It's on its own. It's on its own. Really, it's on its own. Until what?
Until it gets older and figures out.
God damn. And I'm doing this, man, to just see if you're going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
They're dead. It's not tossed on its own. Animals who don't reach their majority don't all of a sudden, because you're a cub.
Now, outside of this whole animal kingdom, thing that he's using right here, this analogy, right? When we get with a woman, we're not like, you got some guys who may be looking for kids, maybe a very small percentage, but highly successful men aren't really looking for a woman that has children. That's not his priority. If he happens to come across one that's super bad or whatever, he's definitely not marrying her for the most part. It'll just be low-hanging fruit, sex toy, not a sex toy. I said that wrong. Low-hanging fruit, just someone to spend time with, to have fun with. You know what I'm saying? because at the end of the day, it's not in a man to say, hey, I want to take care of another man's kids, but they like to preach that as such, and that's not the case at all, man.
You understand, or just not want to say it?
No, I get it.
But you didn't say it.
Because I didn't know where you were going with that.
I said, what happens to a kid on its own? He said, it's just on its own until it grows up. Men look at you with another person. He said, damn, my money has to go to feed another man's cub. I don't want to do that. That's already competition. Your child is always going to come first to you.
And I've said this in my other videos, which I'll link at the end. And women really found this as me being disrespectful or whatever. But as a man, you don't come second to the children. You're the first in the household. Whether you want to say that from a religious standpoint or just in general, I'm not coming second to the kids, especially another man's kids, and I'm the sole provider. In that case, you have your kids pay the bills. You have the kids lay the pipe. Sorry to say that, but I'm not coming second to any kids. It's me. It's me first. The moment that I feel like that you are putting your children before me, nah, player, it's not happening. You can try to say, well, that's mean or whatever, and no real man's gonna sit there and come second to another man's kids, even his own kids. He'll put his kids first when it comes to making sure they have a better life or making sure that they're better off than him. But what's the family dynamic without him at the end of the day? That's why he's the patriarch. He doesn't take a back seat, and this is what being a man is about. So nah.
That means a man automatically knows he's going to come second.
Right.
You're not looking for a husband. You're looking for a stepfather. You're looking for somebody to be a stepfather who is willing to not throw your child into the wilderness.
Right.
Is willing to step into a father role. And what is he going to get from being such an incredible, benevolent man? What is he going to get? Because you didn't require the man who made the baby to marry you. What are you going to give him that's so great and wonderful that he's going to get for saving you and your cub from the wilderness?
Some pussy.
That's not how y'all think about it.
I mean, I can get it. I understand, right? Because there's standards, like there's the standard normal. And I understand, like, I'm not special, but then I also know what I bring to a table.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that?
I bring peace. Like, I'm able to bring peace. So
your child bring peace.
Hmm?
Does your child bring peace?
My child does bring peace. And I actually...
Is it male or is it a boy or a girl?
A boy.
Okay. I hate to break this to you. That's one of the worst situations to be in, because boys are instantly rejected from their mother.
Right.
Right.
Does he have a relationship with his father?
No, his father's not. Has chosen not to be in his life. That's why I said it was a bad situation, right? So.
Well, you picked him.
I did. But that was where I was at that point in time. I'm not disagreeing with a thing that you're saying. That's exactly right.
My point is, and the reason I'm doing this is because women need to know, choosing to have a child for your selfish reasons cost you suitable men.
And that happens. Some women just want to feel like a woman, so they'll have a child. They may say that I'm in a toxic relationship, but they feel like having a child will lock the guy in. Maybe he'll love me more if I have a child by him, or I'll always have a connection with this man because we have a child together. Or just to have a child at the end of the day. But that is, at the end of the day, is one of the greatest things ever, but it's also a liability. Especially if you're not marrying the child's father and the child's father isn't marrying you. And marriage seems to be so unpopular nowadays. Very even with women, marriage, you want to be married, but you don't want to be a wife. And it's just how it's going now in this society.
Potential.
No.
I mean,
no, they do.
In general,
and we need to stop lying. You get the men who will pick you because they don't have better options.
Facts.
I wouldn't say that though.
Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. But gentlemen, if you understand what I'm saying, gentlemen, write down in the comment section, because this is a level of disconnect.
And that is a level of disconnect that men settle. If you show me a man who says that he would prefer to be with a single mother as opposed to that same woman, let's say she looks exactly the same, has the same qualifications, but has no kids, you think he's going to choose the single mother? And this, like you said, that's the disconnect where it goes, where I'm still, he's settling because he doesn't have those other options, if that makes sense. So guys, with that being said, in a nutshell, be aware of who it is that you're dealing with. Ladies out there, if you're not serious about getting married, laying down with a man, and understanding that when you do lay down and you have unprotected sex, that there's a possibility that you could get pregnant and you could have a child, and you think to yourself, is this the man that I want to be with for the rest of my life? Is this the man I want to marry? Is this the man that I want to be the father of my children? And if that's not the case, then understand how it's going to affect your market value in the future. When it comes to that, understand how it's going to affect any potential suitors in the future and how they may look at you, because at the end of the day, you may be settling just like he could be settling. You may be settling just for some guy who's able to take care of you and your child or children, because you're knocking on that door. You're in your your later years. You're not in your prime anymore. So just be aware of that. And that's kind of like what Kevin is talking about here. You know what I mean? So anyway, you guys, let me know your thoughts. I've gone too long on this video. Leave them below. If you're in a similar situation, comment below. Let me hear your stories and things like that. Make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you check out my website, jrosswriting.com. If you want to book a one-on-one with yours truly, hit me up on Calendly. The link is in the description. Make sure you guys pick up my books as well on my website. And with that being said, peace be upon you and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And I will catch you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.